Alright, so this is the first time I have been up in days. I'm really sick. I'm getting better, which is great, but now I feel like I have the energy to do this, so I'm going to do it. This is my blush and bronzer drawer. And I'm trying to show you guys everything. There's so much crap in here. The point is it needs to be decluttered because it's way too full. So I'm going to pull this stuff out. I'm going to put it on a table and we're going to go through it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. I probably look crazy to you because I feel kind of crazy. I've been sick for several days and this is the first day I've actually just been up. And I felt like I had the energy to film a video, so that's what I'm gonna do. We are not here for the aesthetic of me, that's for sure. But what we are here for is to go ahead and clear out my blush and bronzer collection. As you guys could see from the previous clip, there's just so much stuff that needs to go. So what I did was I started pulling everything out, and I'm going to go through it in kind of the 3 sections that the drawer was broken up into. And we're already off to a start. So I'm going to take the camera, I'm going to change the angle so that we can see everything that's in front of me, and we're just going to go through it together. I have a little box right here. I'm going to put everything that I'm going to send for donation. And yeah, let's begin. Okay guys, let's get going on this. I'm going to just pull stuff out and I'll either keep it or I'm going to get rid of it. Very simple. This is from Milani and it's a cream blush. It's in the shade 140 Merlot Moment. It's part of their Cheek Kiss collection. I'm keeping this. This is from Tower 28. It's also another cream blush. This one is Beach Please Power Hour. And I definitely have used this one. You can see right here. I do like this shade. It's a bit melty, so I do have to set it with the powder or set it with another blush, but I do like it. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in Molten Topaz. I haven't opened this. I've owned it for years, so I'm getting rid of it because I never reach for highlighters. So I just don't understand why I keep buying them. So it's got to go. Likewise, this is the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold, or what is this called? Molten Gold or Fondue, I think is what it says. Either way, it's a highlighter. Again, I've never opened it. I've owned it for years. It's going to be donated. Wow, this is easier than I thought it would be. This is a Sigma matte bronzer in Deep. I think I've only swatched this. I don't think I've actually used this yet. Let me look. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I've only swatched it. Yeah, yep. I am going to keep this though because it looks like a shade that I'm going to like. I think I got this as a sample from work, if I recall. Move that out of the way. I just bought this, so I'm keeping it. It's from NARS. It's the Laguna Bronzing Powder, and this is in the shade number 6. This is from MAC. I also just bought this one. I'm not getting rid of it. It's the Skin Finish Sunstruck Radiant Bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Radiant Rich Rosy. Let me show you this. It's so pretty, you guys. Look how MAC did their packaging. It's textured. Isn't that nice? And then here you just depress the button, and you can open it, and it does come with a mirror. I've swatched this already, but it's such a pretty color. So beautiful. Love it. We're not getting anywhere with getting rid of stuff, are we? This is from Galactic, and it is the Luminous Face Powder in Deep. I'm going to donate this one, but I'll show you what it looks like. That is the shade. This is from Becca. It's very, very old. There's nothing wrong with the powder, but I just never used it. I think I swatched it only, so I'm getting rid of this. This one I believe is topaz, though, if I remember what it is. Yeah, this is topaz from Becca, and I did use this one. This one is really beautiful, but it's also really old, so I'm going to toss this. This is new. I just got it from NARS. It is the Laguna number 4. The reason I have these in 2 different shades is because the cream versus the powder look different on my skin, so they don't match up. So I have to get the one that looks right, and that's what this is. Keeping it. This is the Black Up Cosmetics Sublime Powder. I bought this 100 years ago. Let me show you what it looks like. Black Up is an Afro-European brand. I think they're based out of the UK. And I've never used this powder. I bought it and it was so beautiful to me, and I think I just made a little swatch right there, and then I closed it and I never used it again. So someone else is going to have to enjoy this because it can't keep sitting in my collection. This I did purchase recently from Black Up, but I bought mine through Macy's because Macy's sells their blushes. Excuse me, and their blushes are really beautiful. I hope you can see that okay. Just lovely. So this is a keep. There should be some others in here. Here we go. These are all new. But I'll show you what they look like. This one. I wanted this one because I thought of NARS Exhibit A, and I was trying to find something that was similar. I have another blush in this collection where I'm trying to dupe it as well. I'll find it later. We'll see it in a little bit. This I thought might be a good dupe for the... How come I can't open it? This I thought might be a good dupe for the Dior blush, that new rosy... Not rosy, what's the color? The really pink one. But it's not quite the same. This one actually sits a little bit better on my skin in terms of tone. I really like these. I just bought them. They're from Giorgio Armani. They're the new blushes. There's the backs. And then this is what they look like. It's really very easy to build up. It's kind of a pale blush, so you have to really get in there. But once you do, they're gorgeous. This one has like little gold flecks in it. And I love blushes like that. And these are all new. I just bought all of these. They're all from Sephora. I think they're from 2 different collections though, if that's right, if I'm thinking the right thing. Either way, I'm keeping all of these. This is the one that started it all. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like without knocking the rest on the floor. So this one is called Hot Flush, number 13. And when I saw it in store, I just fell in love. It's the most beautiful orange color. So that's what got me on it. But you can see that these are all like a different type. So these are from one line and these are from the other line. They're all lovely though, and they work very well for me. This is also new, so I'm keeping it. It's the Pro Bronzer from Absolute New York. This is in the shade medium. This is from Revolution Glow. It's the Revolution Makeup. It's the Rachel Leary. It's a highlighter and it's absolutely massive. Again, I don't really reach for highlighters, so I'm not sure what I was thinking. So this is definitely going for a donation. This is from NARS. I really love this set. It's their exposed cheek palette, and this is what it looks like. I've used this many times before, even though it doesn't look like it. It's almost like I didn't make a dent, but you can tell that these are the 3 colors that I use all the time. It's so pretty. And then over this side we have, this is from Beauty Bakery. It is the Brownie Bar Face Palette. I believe this is supposed to be a contour, a bronzer, and a highlight. And this is what they look like. I have not reached into this little trio at all. I haven't even thought about it, so I'm going to donate it. This, by the way, is a Black-owned brand. It has been carried in Ulta, but I believe that they're not going to be carried in Ulta anymore because every time I go in, their displays have not been refreshed and it looks like they're closing out. So Over here we have from Revolution, it's the Dynamic Face Palette. This is in Peach Heat. And that's what that looks like. I have not reached for this once, even though it's so pretty, so I'm just going to go ahead and donate it. Here's some oldie but goodies. This is from Sleek, which I think is a defunct brand at this point. They were a UK brand, but I don't think they're around anymore. This is one of their trios, and this is in Pumpkin 363. Let me open it so you can see. This is what the packaging looks like, and you can tell that I have not even used these. It's a shame. I've had these for all this time, and they're so pretty. I just never ever reach for them. So I think I'm going to donate them. Oops. Ooh, our little box is filling up quickly, isn't it? These are all from Sleek. Let me just pull these out so you can see them. And again, I think it's a defunct brand at this point, but I'll show you what they look like. This is Flush. This is a shade I have used before. This reminds me a lot of Taos from NARS, and it's really very pretty. But again, I really don't reach for these anymore, so it's going to be donated. This is the shade Sahara. Also reminds me of Taos. I think it's Taos. Either this one or the other one reminds me of Taos, but either way, I've had these forever. I'm not going to use them, so. This is the shade Pomegranate. That's what that looks like. I think I just keep buying the same blushes over and over again from multiple companies in the same shades. This is Sugar 364. This one I have used. I just don't reach for it. This is Flame 365. Again, look at all those oranges. So pretty. Just don't reach for it. And this last one here I have used before, and it is Pink Sprint. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so that's pretty good. This first little box looks like it's cleared out. What do we have in here? I'm going to clean this up, and then we're going to go through another section. Okay, so here's the second set of products that I pulled out of the drawer. Let's get into it. These are all new, so I'm keeping these, and I really do like these. I have not opened this one yet, but this formula, these, I really love them. I actually have another blush somewhere. I think it's sitting in my compass case. And let's see. I'm going to try and set these to the side so they don't get caught up with everything else. But let me show you what this looks like real quick. This is the shade, it's in microscopic writing. It's called Fearless Coral right here. This is what it looks like, and it's so creamy and buttery and pretty, and the colors are saturated. This stuff is so beautiful. It took me forever to get hold of these. This is the one, though, that I keep wearing that's really had me in a chokehold. I had to take it out of my compass case because I just keep using it over and over again. And it's called Daring Rosewood. And that's what it looks like. It's just this really beautiful, warm brown on the cheek, and I love it. Love, love, love it. This is a backup blush that I picked up from a long time ago. It's from MAC. This is in the shade Format. So I don't need a backup of Format, so this is going to be donated. This is from Iconic London. I picked this up recently, I think during the spring sale at Sephora. Let me show you what it looks like. I have not used this yet, but I did swatch it, and it's really pretty. The packaging is beautiful. It's that packaging that gets your fingerprints all over it. This is in Kissed by the Sun, and it's supposed to be a multi-use, and this is what it looks like. It comes onto your cheeks more like a highlighter blush combo, so I've only really played with it a little bit, and I'm not sure yet if I'm only going to use it for that or if I want to use it for something else. But either way, it's beautiful and I want to give it a chance. So we're going to keep that. And then these I also just bought recently. They are the Blush Mellows from J-Cat Beauty. I have not opened them yet, but when I do, you'll see them because I will be using them in a video. It's coming out pretty dark on camera, but let me see if I can pull one out of the package just so you can see what it looks like. I probably should just take these all out of the box. I don't know why I keep boxes of everything. It's probably out of habit. So let's see. This one is in Cherry Limeade, and it's a really vibrant color. So this packaging though is incredibly light. It feels very chintzy. The brand itself is relatively inexpensive, although some of their products are nice. But the quality of the packaging leaves much to be desired. Either way, I'm keeping these. Okay, so these I also just got from e.l.f. They are the putty blushes. So this is the putty blush and this is the luminous putty blush. And this is what they look like. This one is in, what does it say? Oh, I feel like this is the one, yeah, it's got really tiny, tiny writing right here. And it says Bali. And that's what Bali looks like. I've only swatched it, I haven't worn it yet. So you should see these in upcoming videos. Put that to the side. And then this one is in Isa del Sol. And this is the luminous version of the putty bronzer. And you can see that I'm just really into corals and oranges right now. So that'll be fun to use. I better use it now before the summer's up, huh? I also grabbed these during the spring sales event over at Sephora. These are the Yummy Skin blushes from Danessa Myricks. I picked up Golden Hour and Prima Donna. You guys have seen these all over YouTube by now, but I'll show you what they look like. This is Golden Hour. These are the ones where you have to unscrew the top. It doesn't have a flip lid. And then that's what it looks like. You can see I haven't even swatched it yet. And then this one is Prima Donna. They're both really pretty. And they're both in that kind of like nice corally spectrum. This one is pink, but it clearly has some coral in it. Really beautiful. Ooh, dropping stuff already. So I picked these up also during the spring sales event at Sephora. These are from Benefit. I think they're my very first Benefit blushes. So I picked up Terra, Starla, and Butterfly. This is what Butterfly looks like. It's an orangey one. They do come with mirrors. This is Starla. Just kind of a muted brown. And then this is Terra, which is a little more red, a little more of a terracotta. So I'm keeping those. Already running out of room, you guys. That was fast. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Although I've had this palette forever and I've opened it 10 million times, I have not used it, not once. So this is going to be donated. I just picked this up. It's from CoverGirl, the Clean Fresh Blush Palette. I got it earlier this year. This is the 110 Plum Blossom. And that's what it looks like. I feel like these are all shades that I have in my collection already, so I'm not really sure why I picked up another set of blushes to basically mimic everything that's in my collection, but I really wanted to see what they were like. I have not swatched it. I have not reached for it, nothing. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and donate it. I recently grabbed one of these and the other one I've had for a long time. One my cousin gave to me and one I bought myself. So this is the one my cousin gave to me. And it's beautiful. I think that's right. No, wait, maybe she gave me something else. Hold on, let me not lie. Either way, I'm keeping this. And then I think this is the one I just picked up the other day. It's got the orange. Yeah, this is why I picked it up, for that color right there. And I'm hoping the other color I can use as a eyeshadow. All right, this is from Ulta. If you guys haven't used these blushes, you should. They're amazing. They're so nice. This is Retro Rose. I have more of these in my collection. I really like this formula a lot. It is so pretty. And this, even though it's not picking up on camera, has like gold reflex in it. So pretty. I love those. I reach from constantly. This is the only thing I own from Moira. I have not opened it yet. I picked this up. If you're in Seattle, I picked this up at Fred Meyer. This is their Orange Blossom Blush. I was intrigued because it's so pretty. I mean, look at that. The embossing and the ombre effect. I just haven't used it yet. This is from Mented. It is the bronzer in the shade Vacay, and I have been using this so much. It's had me in a chokehold, so I had to put it back in the drawer, but I really like this bronzer a lot. I've used it to death, so great bronzer. This is the other blush I was telling you about that I was trying to dupe for Exhibit A from NARS, and this is from CoverGirl. It's one of the True Blend blushes, and this is in the shade 345 Hot Frenzy, and it is definitely a very bright red. Love it. Can't wait to use this one. It's really pretty. This one is from NYX, and it's very old. Oh no, is that right? No, it's not. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is a matte bronzer from NYX. This is like a very light cocoa color, but obviously I can't use it as a bronzer, but it can be used as a transition shade. So I've been holding on to it, but I think that ultimately for something that says deep tan, NYX, do better. Do better. I just bought this. Do better. I'm still going to keep it though, because I think I'm going to use it anyways. Okay, this is from e.l.f. and it is one of the liquid blushes they came out with. It's the Halo Glow Beauty Wand. This is in the shade Berry Radiant, and it's really pretty, but as wands are apt to be, it does get messy, so I have to be really careful just to press out a little bit, because you can see how much is on this little sponge, and I'm just lightly, very lightly dabbing it, and that's how much comes out. It's pretty pigmented. It's really a nice formula though, and I do like it. These are both from Smashbox, and they are the Halo, there we go, the Halo Sheer to Stay Color Tint Lip and Cheek. I think I tried to use one of these, if I recall, and it's weird. Like, the formula is weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I know that it's supposed to be for both, but to me, this is just something you would have to use on your lips because it's got an oily formula. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. It's like, not greasy, but not necessarily something I would want to put on my cheeks. I don't know. I think I'm going to move this over to my lip drawer because I think that these are just better off used as a lip product. I think they serve me better than to use them on my cheeks. I'll show you what the other one looks like. Oh, this one was, oops, this was in the shade Pomegranate. And then this one is in the shade Terracotta, and I'll show you what Terracotta looks like. Yeah, I'm going to move these over to my lips, my lip glosses. Because they're fine as a lip product. I think they look really pretty. Look, see? I only put a little tiny bit out. Just a little. Look how pigmented. But can you see how glossy that is? And it doesn't necessarily, like, dry down. It's, like, greasy. I can't think of any other way to describe it, you guys. So, moving these over to my cheek or lip drawers. All right, we're getting there. I bought this for Christmas one year, a long, long time ago, It's one of their limited edition Christmas deals for MAC that they come out with every year. I bought an eyeshadow palette and I bought this, which is one of those try deals where you have a highlighter, a contour, and a blush. And I've never, ever used it. Not once. It's beautiful, but it's just taking up room in my collection, so it's got to go. This is from City Color Cosmetics. Of all the highlighters I've ever had, this is the one I actually use. This one. So, you know, take with that what you will, but this is the only one I seem to actually reach for. And I had the other version of this as well. That was the lighter version. I love that one too. And it's like, that's it. This is supposed to be a bronzer, but if you look at it, it's really very sparkly for a bronzer. It's like way too sparkly for me anyways. So even though I don't reach for this very often, I don't know, should I keep it? I don't reach for it ever, like period. Girl, I'm gonna hold on to it just for the sake of nostalgia, but I know I'm not gonna use it. I know I'm not. Where's a wipe? Let me get some wipes going so I can wipe my hand. Let me see where this is going with these swatches. I told myself I wasn't gonna swatch nothing, but here we are. There we go. You can see too that those halo cheek deals, they don't stain or anything. It's just a very weird formula. Not weird, I shouldn't say that, but it's just a formula I prefer for lips. Okay, let's stop beating a dead horse. This is from Makeup Revolution, and it is the Dynamic Face palette. I've bought this palette twice. The reason I bought it twice is the first time I had it, when I received it, it was completely busted up. I mean, it was just plain broken all over the place. It was a train wreck. And then they didn't have it for a very long time because they were getting rid of these. And I happened to see this one in one of their little discount bins, so I grabbed it. I have not used it yet, but I'm not getting rid of it because I know I like this color right here. So, keeping this. And then for this is another item from Beauty Bakery. This is the Better Not Bitter Coffee and Cocoa palette. I haven't used this at all, not once, and it's so cute. Look at that. Tell me that's not adorable. It's so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and donate this because someone has to get some good use out of it. It's beautiful. It's just not something I'm reaching for, so we'll go ahead and donate that. Shout out to my girl. She knows who she is. All this stuff is on its way to you. This is a keep, and so is this one, but I'm going to show you what's in them. This one I believe is empty, so that I can fill it up with blushes in the future, but this one has my favorite MAC blushes in it, and it's very heavy. This is quite substantial. I cannot remember the names of all the blushes that are in here, I can tell you that right now, but one of them is definitely Format, and I think that's this one. Oh no, maybe this, yeah, I think this is Format, I think, and this is Raisin. Either way, I know I have Format and Raisin in here. I also know I have Noir and whatever the other one is, and then I can't remember the names of the rest. But these are my favorite MAC blushes of all time. So these stay. And then I have here the Sephora Pro Face Palette. This is the deep one. And let me show you what it looks like. This is why I need to really go on a complete no-buy for a long, long time. Because I keep buying the same exact blushes and highlighters over and over again. I have not even used this, you guys. And look at how beautiful this is. It comes with a giant mirror. This is so pretty. This would be like, this makes up for all the blushes that I use all the time. All the same tones, colors, everything. So, I mean, look, they even have like, just, oh my God, tripping. I'm keeping this though. You better believe that. This stays with me. I know I haven't used it yet, but eventually I'm going to pare my collection down enough that I will have just, you know, palettes like this where I have certain things that I keep and I use and that's it. And I'm not going to buy more stuff. I mean, you know, one day. I picked up all of these during the Sephora spring sale. So let me go through these with you. These are all from Melt Cosmetics, which is a brand that I've purchased eyeshadows from, but I didn't necessarily pick up their blushes or anything like that. So this is Sundown. And I know I need to take all these out of their boxes. I love this. It's so pretty. I swatched it like right away. It's gorgeous. So pretty. I know. Listen, I know it's a highlighter, but they call it a blush light. So it's supposed to be like a combined blush and highlighter. And I seem to do okay with those. It's the highlighters. Oops. Oh, girl. It's the highlighters by themselves where I don't really reach for them. But if it's like a, like a 2-for-1 special, then I'll probably reach for it. This is in Lynx. That's what that looks like. Nice muted brown, kind of a tan. And this is a cream blush light. So these are the blush lights in powder, and this is the cream version of it. This is in polished. Another color that I love. I know, I pick all the same colors every time, but you know what you really like, you know what I mean? And I'm about to take these out of these boxes later, just so they can fit better in my collection. And this is in Sundown. Tell me that's not beautiful. Tell me it doesn't look like everything in my collection already. Oh, too funny. And then these are highlighters. I know, I just gave you the whole spiel about highlighters. I know I did. You were here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not denying it. So again, this is in Nova. This is what Nova looks like. It's so, so beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm going to stick this in my collection, forget about it, and declutter it one day. But for now, that's where it's staying. Hey, at least I'm honest. And then this is in Genesis. Same thing. It's a highlighter. This one has almost a duochrome to it. It's got a peach reflect with gold. So beautiful. I know I need to just take these and donate these, you guys, and quit tripping, because I know I'm not going to reach for them. I know I'm not. But I'm not willing to part with them just yet. All right, let's get the third section together and see what's going on with that. Okay guys, this is the last tray that was sitting in there. I'm going to rotate it a little bit just so you can see what we're working with, and then we will get started. So I have a lot of stuff over here that is just for nostalgia, really, and I'm realizing I just need to part ways with some of this stuff. Let me scoot this table a little bit. Trying to keep you in frame because I was fooling around with stuff, putting things away. All right, so I'm going to try and be a little more ruthless. I don't know how ruthless I'm going to be, but I'll try. So let's begin here. This is Fenty Beauty. This is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. This is that kilowatt collection that she first came out with. This is what it looks like. I've used these as eyeshadows before, but I really have not reached for it in a very long time, so it has to go. These are from Cover Effects. There's 3 of them. This one is in Spiced Cinnamon. It's a highlighter and a blush together. Very pretty. This one is in Suntan Bronze. It's supposed to be like a bronzer and a highlighter. And then this one is Sweet Mulberry. And as nice as these are, and I do like them and I have used them, I'm getting rid of all 3 because I really don't reach for them like that. See what I mean? I just have to be a little more ruthless. So I'm going to turn this around a little bit so I can get to some other stuff. All right, so these are all, this little, oop, don't drop that. This little group right here, it's all nostalgic stuff. So I'll give you an example. This is what Sonia Kashuk came out with forever ago. It's a highlighter that's in number 40 Goddess. This is around the same time as the heyday of the ebony bronzer. This is so incredibly old. I would not trust this to go on anybody's skin, so I'm going to throw it away. I really only kept it for the sake of nostalgia, but it's got to go. And then, let's see. This is new. It's a cream blush. It's from, what is this brand called again? It's Mighty Mauve, and it is from Morphe. I believe this was made in Burkina Faso. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty. I have not used it yet, but this is totally up my alley. And this little compact does come with a mirror, so I'm keeping this. I'm going to throw this with all my cream products. Let's see. This is really old. It's Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush. This is in Toasted Almond, and if I'm correct, I should have a replacement for this sitting here somewhere. Here it is, right here. This is replacing this. This has to be tossed. It's way old, but I love this blush. I wore the hell out of this blush. I wore it so much that this little mound, I don't know if you can see it, it's almost flat now. So loved it, but it has to be thrown away. But I refused to throw it away before I could find the replacement for it. And then this one too is from Black Radiance, and it is in Warm Berry. And I should also have a replacement for this, I believe. Unless this is the new one. This might be the new one. No, this can't be the newer one. This is old. Hold on. Here it is. Here's the replacement for this one. Again, this is a shade that I wore the hell out of. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. But this is incredibly old, so I'm going to toss it. And I will open my new one and start using that one instead. So pretty. What else? Here we have, again, for the sake of nostalgia, just keeping stuff to keep it. These are the Wet n Wild highlighting bars. This is the rose gold. And this is the bronze bar, and I've never opened these, as you can see, so I'm going to go ahead and donate them. Someone will get use out of them. These are also limited edition. They're from Maybelline. They've never been opened, and I have two of the Coral Burst, and then I have one of the Wild Blossom. You can see that. Hold on. Again, I've never used these. I only bought them for the sake of just having them, but they've been sitting in my collection ever since. I think I bought two of these because I had intended to open one, but never did. So I'm not going to keep these. I don't need them. Somebody else can enjoy them. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Press Blush in Copper. This is that blush copper. This was a limited edition. I know it was, because when it came out, I almost broke my neck to get this thing. Let me show you what it looks like. This is the one that came in that special packaging. And, oops, let's open it from the right side, shall we? This is what it looks like. I don't think I've ever even swatched it. But, let's see, we'll take off the plastic. You can see it's definitely a copper color, and it's so pretty, and it's beautiful. And I've kept it in a box. I've kept it pristine. I've kept it just being beautiful, I guess. Sitting here doing nothing in my collection, but taking up space. I'm not getting rid of it though. I'm just pointing out that I sometimes buy things just to keep. Now these are from Cargo Cosmetics, which used to be sold at Ulta, and I really like this product a lot. This is the blush in Los Cabos, which is gorgeous. I believe these are waterproof. Yeah, they're water-resistant blush. And then this one is in, it's a bronzer. And I never used this one, but I definitely used the Los Cabos several times. And then here's the little travel version, which I took with me everywhere and used a ton. I'm going to take this and I'm going to throw it out because I just never reach for it, and I really don't need to keep a small and big version of Los Cabos. These, though, should still be good, even though I have a cold. I sniffed it. It's starting to smell like crayon, so I think I'm going to have to toss it. But if Cargo still makes cosmetics, if they're not defunct, then these are fantastic and I definitely recommend them. But I'm going to throw these out. And then you can see I also have the other blush that's in Rome. And I never even opened this one. Let's see if this one's okay. We'll find out. Los Cabos was my favorite. Oh, this one smells fine. Doesn't smell like a crayon at all. So I'm going to keep this by the off chance that maybe one day I'll open it. Or maybe one day, after the nostalgia has worn off, I'll toss it. So this will go right next to the Becca. Okay, so we have here one more highlighter. We'll look at this one first. This is from Wet n Wild. This came out a few years ago. This is called Awesome Blossom. I've never opened it. It's going to have to go to a new home. This is also from the Color Icon collection. It looks like every other blush in my collection. It's Blazing Berry. So I'm going to donate this and somebody will enjoy it. Sorry, you guys, for sniffling in your ear so much. I love these. I actually have another one around here somewhere. I think I have 4 total. These are the NYX Sweet Cheeks blushes, and they're amazing. I use them a lot. Let me show you what it looks like. This is in Citrine Rose. So pretty. This one is in Fig. Fig has a little bit of a shimmery, sort of silvery reflect in it. I don't think it's going to pick up on camera though. And then this other one here is called Bang Bang, which is probably my favorite of all of them. I've used this so much since I bought it. Love it. Keeping all of those. These are all from NARS. You know how much I love NARS. This is the Dominant. I just bought this one not long ago. And that's what that looks like. I've definitely used this one, so I don't know why I keep the little plastic on top, but that's what it looks like. And then this one is Savage. Another one that I really like a lot. This one is old. It's Taj Mahal. It's so old that the packaging is all sticky now, but the color is still fine. It's a beautiful orange color. I love this blush so much. It's beautiful. Not getting rid of that. I don't care that the package is all melty. This is Albatross. So Albatross is the one that looks like it's white in the pan, but actually is gold on the skin. And that's what Albatross looks like. I'm sure you can see that sheen. I don't use Albatross at all because it's like a golden highlighter, but I'm keeping it just for the sake of nostalgia. Yes, I know I can be nostalgic. And this should be Taos. Oh no, this is Orgasm X. That means Taos is in my compass case. So just know I'm keeping that one because I use that one all the time. But I just bought this one. So of them, Albatross is the one I really don't use. So it can sit with the little nostalgic group right there. And then the other ones can stay here because I do wear all of these. Here's more of that Ulta blush that I told you about. Let me grab the other one so they're not all over the joint, because I really would like them to be together in the same spot. Here it is. Okay, so let's see. Try not to knock the camera around. We already looked at this one earlier. I'm keeping this one, but I just want to point out that I have more than one of these. And then this is the same one, right? This is Flush Blush Natural Finish. I think they just kind of renamed them, but they should all be from the same line. This is Pink with Envy. Very pretty, dusty pink color. And this is a cream. It is, what is this one called? Wine Mixer. I just bought this one a few days ago. It's really pretty. The woman in the store totally compelled me to buy this. I'm going to take this out of here and I'm going to stick it with the other cream products because I want to keep all my creams together. So I reach for them a little more frequently because those are the ones that will go bad first. I just wanted you to see what it looked like though. It's gorgeous on the skin, and you can set it with the powder. It's so pretty. Okay, we also have some, is that all of them? Well, I guess so. All right, let's move on to some other ones then. So let's scooch this over a little. Sorry for sniffling in your ear, you guys. Thanks for sticking with me though, I appreciate it. Okay, so this is, we'll start with this little batch right here. These are all from Bare Minerals. I think they're the only ones that I have in here. Pretty sure of it. Yeah, I think so. So these are all from Bare Minerals, and this is probably, you had me at Merlot? Yep. This is You Had Me at Merlot. I love this blush so much, and I got it because there's another YouTuber that really loves this blush, and she's absolutely right. I've used it for years. It's beautiful. Andrea Renee is her name. You should look her up. I follow her. And then this one is But First Coffee. And I also wear this one a lot too. Like a lot. I know it doesn't look like there's a dent, but I promise you there's a dent. And this has like some gold reflect in it. It's just a really pretty blush, and it goes with every single look. It's neutral enough to go with everything. This last one is one of those bronzers, and it is in Kiss of Rose. So this is again like a blush slash bronzer. If I can open it. I don't know why sometimes this packaging is so hard to open. I've definitely used this one. You can see I put a dent in it. I really like it a lot. It's so pretty. It sits really beautifully on the skin. Let me show you what it looks like. It's got a nice creamy finish. And then we'll swatch it right here. Can you see that? It's just beautiful. So those are keeping it. Let me wipe off some of these swatches. Okay, and we have this from Natasha Denona. It's the Bloom Highlight Blush. Again, it seems like I'll wear a highlighter if it's in disguise as a blush. This reminds me a lot of the NARS Orgasm X blush, but this is much rosier. So, keeping that. These I just got, and I think I only got the 3. And they all have that kind of duo deal. So there's like 2 different colors in one pan. They're from Sephora. This is a really nice formula, you guys. This is Snapdragon. You can see it's that nice grape color with that bright pink. This one is Poppy. And this one is Tiger Lily. I think Tiger Lily's the reason why I even ended up buying the other 2, because I bought this one first and I really liked it. So I'm keeping those. And then for e.l.f., if I'm not mistaken, there should be just 2 of these, but they're my 2 favorite colors from e.l.f. This is Always Spicy, and I've worn the hell out of this too. I love this one. It's so pretty. It's velvety, and it's just like perfect. It's the most perfect blush. It's beautiful. Love it. And then this one is Always Rosy. And when you look at these pans, you guys, I'm telling you, don't let the pan fool you. You got to actually stick the color on you just to see what it's going to look like. I know this is really faint, but this one is one that I love. And you can wear this over cream blush as well. It's good for setting. So I'm keeping those. No surprise there. And what else do we have here? Oh, this is really old. I'm going to get rid of it, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's one of the NYX Illuminators in Chaotic. I've had this for a million years. I used to wear it all the time because it's like a highlighting blush, but it's old, so I'm going to actually throw it away. Ooh, getting makeup everywhere, you guys. We're almost finished. We're at the home stretch. All right, and then let's keep going down the right side here. We have, this cold is killing me. So these are both from Juvia's Place, and they're the Afrique blushes. This one is called Bella, and you can see that in my collection I have this color 10 million times. But I like this color, so it's staying in my collection. Ooh, I just dumped plastic in there. Did not mean to do that. Oh well, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. A brush will go in there soon. And then this one is Serafina, which I have used. And it's just a really, this reminds me of the Orgasm blush, the original from NARS. And that's what it looks like. So I have Gold Deposit from MAC. This is a classic. I know, I don't wear highlighters, but I'm keeping this one. Oops. This is from Monograph. It's a duo compact. I've worn this a couple of times, but every time I wear it, I always feel like it just, like I've combined the two blushes, I've worn each one separately, but I always feel like the blush is just kind of weird on me, so I'm going to go ahead and donate that. I think it's just an undertone thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the blush. It's just how it looks on my skin. This I just bought. It is the only blush that I own from Essence. It's the Pure Nude Baked Blush in Berry Cheeks. And the reason it's the only blush that I own from them is because it's the only one that's in a tone that I think would work for my skin. Everything else is entirely too light. Essence, if you are listening, you realize that there's people that are my shade that would buy a lot more of your products if you would diversify a little bit. Just putting it out there. This is from Bare Minerals. It's the Invisible Bronze Dark to Deep. I just picked this up. Oh no, I didn't pick this up recently. I picked up something else recently. I can't remember what it was. I haven't even hauled it yet. It's probably still sitting in the bag over there. But that's what this looks like. And this one is weird because let me show you what it looks like. First of all, it's a very, very dry formula. That's number one. And then number two, that's what it looks like. If it's supposed to be a bronzer, I don't understand why it's like glittery. So I'm donating this because I'm not going to use it. I'll never reach for it. Every time I do, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Okay, and then I was wiping off my hands, you guys. This is from Becca. It is the Luminous Blushed Copper. Same as the other one, but this one comes in the regular packaging. And that's what it looks like. So this one I'll actually use, and I'm going to take it out of the box so I remember to start reaching for it. Oh wait, maybe I kept it in the box because if I keep it in the box it doesn't get sticky. That's probably what it is. I'll keep it in the box for now. I'm going to put this over here with these guys so they don't roll around. And then, did we get all these already? We did. Ooh, oh my gosh, we're getting towards the end. Wow. This is still in the packaging. This is Milani in Sunset Passion. Every time I look at this, I'm like, should I open it? Am I going to use it? I think I'm going to donate it because this color probably isn't one that I'm going to reach for. So somebody else will get some use out of it. Likewise, I've had this forever and I just don't ever reach for it. I don't know why, I just don't. So I'm going to get rid of this. This one is Sunrise Serenita. And I'm not going to reach for this one either. It's still in the packaging, so I'm going to let this one go. This one I'm keeping. It is the cherry on top. I just haven't opened it yet. But this reminds me a lot of the other one that I have from Black Radiance, so I'm keeping this. This one I'm also keeping. It is in Peach of Me. Haven't opened it yet, but I know I'm going to like it when I do. And this one is so pink. I really I'm on the fence about this one. This is Bella Rosa. I haven't opened it yet, But I'm wondering if once I open it, I'm going to love it, or if I open it, I'm going to hate it, because I can't tell by the undertone. I'm going to keep this. I'll keep it. We'll give it a try. This one is Coralina. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this, except that everybody else bought it, so I wanted it too. It's beautiful, but I really don't think it's going to work well with my skin tone. So before I open it, I'm just going to donate it. This one I have opened. It is in Rose Doro. And let me show you what it looks like. Whew. This is what it looks like. And I'll swatch it for you. You can see that really beautiful gold reflect in it. But tell me this does not look like NARS again, Orgasm. I mean, do I just keep buying the same color over and over again? Probably, I guess. So it's pretty. I'm going to keep it. I know I'll use it. And here's the last one. This is Coco Felicita. And this is a, I think it's supposed to be a blush. That's why I grabbed it. But whenever I look at it, I'm like, is it supposed to be a blush? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep it. Let me wipe this off before I make an absolute mess. Okay, so these last few that are over here, let me rotate this so you can see them clearly. I think, well, maybe you could see them better. There we go. Let's pull it down a little bit. So here's the last couple of rows. I'm keeping all of these, but I'm going to show you what they are. This is all from Black Radiance. This is the Artisan Color Bronzer, and this is in the shade Flawless. This is the Toasted Almond that was replacing the other Toasted Almond, and I'll take them out of the boxes too here in a second. And then this one is Warm Berry that replaced the other Warm Berry. And then here we have Brick House and Brick House. When I bought these, I'm not really sure what happened, but I didn't realize that I had two. I think because I saw one that said new on it, that I assumed that it was, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought that it was a different color. So you can clearly see though, these are the same color. So I'm going to go ahead and donate this one, and I'll keep the other one. I don't need two of those. I think that's it, you guys. I can't get over it. I finally went through this. You have no idea how much I've been wanting to do this. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it's done. Girl, how in the world? I almost skipped one of my favorite sections. Hold on now. I thought I was done. I was trying to be done. These right here. Let me show you. You guys see these all the time in my videos, and you know I'm not going to get rid of them, but let me show you what they are. These are the Morena Beauté blushes, as well as the ones from Mented. So let me show you. These are both Black-owned brands. Mented, I believe, is a Black-owned brand that's located in the United States. This is Buried Away, which again, you see me use all the time. And then this one is Clay Too Much. Such a beautiful brown. You guys have seen these a million times, but I would have been tripping if I didn't showcase them. These are from Morena Beauté. This is in Gami, which is a really beautiful kind of lavender pink. And then this is in Terre Rouge, which you've seen me use 10 million times. This is in Marron Peach, which you've also seen me use. This has a nice gold reflect in it. And then this last one is in Cashmere Rose, which is another beautiful kind of mauve pink. Okay, now we've gone through the whole tray. Let me get organized. Okay, you guys, there it is. For many years, I could not see into the very back, and now it's empty, and it looks so much more manageable. This is what we are left with in the collection. These are all the blushes and bronzers and highlighters, and I am very, very pleased. This is much more manageable, it's much more accessible, and I cannot wait to enjoy it. Thanks, you guys. Okay guys, that's everything. I know this was a really long video, but you know what? It's all done now. So These are the items that I'm going to be throwing away. It's that little blushes from Black Radiance, this really old highlighter from NYX. These blushes that were from Cargo because they smell like crayons now. My 2 old Becca highlighters and my old Sonia Kashuk highlighter. Here is the entire box. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here, you guys. Here is the box, without dropping it, of everything that I'm going to be donating. Again, this is already spoken for. The person that I'm donating to is probably watching this video now. This stuff is on its way to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. I'm glad that I'm finally on the mend. This cold has been killing me. Anyway, hopefully in my next video I look a little more presentable and I sound a little bit better. Thank you again. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.